season of intensity. I feel more motivated than ever. I'm ready to just go crazy. Quick back shot. I definitely feel watery. I know that I have looked better in the past, but not bad for a little maintenance work. Last couple months, we know what we're doing is right, and we're just gonna keep on showing up. A new Cava opened up about 10 minutes away from our house, and if you don't know what Cava is, it's like the Mediterranean version of Chipotle. I had it for the first time ever in, where was I at?
Arizona?
No, I was in Baltimore for a work trip, and I had it and fell in love. They opened one here in Chicago, but that's like 45.
Wicker Park.
Yeah, Wicker Park, which is like 45 minutes away from us, and we've made the trip a few times. That's how good this place is.
We just happened upon it.
Well,
We happened upon the one in Wicker Park when we were down there trying to sell his vintage Chicago Blackhawk and Bears jackets. And we stumbled upon it, and it was fabulous. We sat outside, it was great.
so we are about to hit the one 10 minutes away from home now. There's chicken and rice and super grains somewhere under there. Some feta, corn, cucumber, tomato, tzatziki, hummus, the whole nine. So we are here at our local Starbucks working on, of course, season of intensity program. It's going down. Having a good day. Bungee, I swear. We're gonna have to look this up. Hold on. All right, was I right? Bungee. I'm a speller. We know that. Anything
Spell
grammatical, definitely. DEF.
What restaurant?
RESTAURANT. Restaurant. Boom.
I can spell.
As you guys already know, I started this programming for the next few months here. I'm calling it a season of intensity because that is what it is. But it's kind of all encompassing. I mean, it's not just fitness, it is also nutrition that I'm looking to get more dialed in, along with content creation that I am aiming to have more output with. Always got to start out with a nice little warm-up set. Just gonna feel for it. Some good rest.
Roller coaster ride, hands up in the sky, take you on a ride, love to feel the high. We can start again, laughing to the end, screaming at the top, hope it never stops. We could do it all over, pain is bringing us closer, superstar you're like Nova. Oh, so incredible one time, gotta let it go tonight, wanna know what it feels like, yeah. We going up, we take it down, let's spice it up.
I gotta be honest with you guys, I'm feeling pretty weak. That's another reason why I really wanted to get a season of intensity in place, so to speak. I feel like I'm somewhat out of shape. You know, it might not look that way, but a lot of what I do is based upon feel, and I'm just not really feeling as strong as I should be. These next few workouts are really going to be kind of tailoring my mindset to be able to be shifted in that direction, so that when this season does come into play in a few weeks here, I'll be pretty dialed in and just excited to be getting stronger progressively. A progressive overload is going to be a huge aspect of these next couple of months, but you got to start somewhere. The key is to not be discouraged. I've been so much stronger than this in my life, but you know, fitness hasn't been the number one priority for the last couple of months. My work has been, and it's showing. It's time to get the fitness aspect back to where it needs to be, but I'm absolutely stoked to take you guys with because it's gonna be nasty. All right, we're going 85, shooting for 6 here. We'll see what we can do.
Roller coaster ride, hands up in the sky, take you on a ride, love to feel the high. We can start again, laughing to the end, screaming at the top, hope it never stops. We could do it all over, thrill is bringing us closer, superstar you're like Nova. Oh.
For 7. Okay, that was for 7. I'm actually really glad with the way that set went. Feeling good. Probably won't get too much heavier today, but I will likely go back down to about 70, 75, take the reps up a notch, really fatigue the muscle. Onto some machines next. Another thing I just thought of, when you're building strength, the key is really to rest in between sets. You want at least about 2 to 3 minutes of a rest period in between heavy sets, especially with compound movements. You never want to jump right back into it when you're still fatigued from the previous set. Back when I was in my early days of lifting, I used to come into the gym and just tear my muscle off the bone. I think I was doing the right thing. Don't get me wrong, I was building the foundation up, but these days it is an entirely different approach. Taking calculated movements into play, taking things all the way to failure, being mindful of what those movements are doing and why they're benefiting me, and really exhausting that mind to muscle connection to further establish stimulus in the places that I'm looking for it to be. We're gonna go back down to 70 here, try to put up 10 to 12 reps. Let's do it.
Yeah, screaming at the top, hope it never stops. We could do it all over, thrill is bringing us closer, superstar you're like Nova. Oh, so incredible one time, gotta let it go tonight. Wanna know what it feels like, yeah. We going up, we take it down. Let's spice it up, baby, right here and now. Hey, nothing could be better.
Why am I choosing this chest press over, say, the one right there? Well, I just love how you can adjust the grip on this, play around with it. In this case, I'm gonna set it to 1, pull it back as far as I can, get as deep and disgusting of a stretch as I possibly can in the pec. So, back to 1. Since I just did some incline dumbbell, this one is actually going to mimic a sort of flat press. So we've targeted the upper chest. Now we're targeting the middle, lower, and still upper chest here. Here we go. Big stretch. Big stretch. Control the weight, control your breathing. Tempo. Yeah, there it is. Big squeeze. Felt really good. Good set. I'll probably just do 2 of these sets, take this second one to all out failure though, and then jump into some flies, finish up with maybe some delts and triceps, probably do some abs as well. The chest fly is a very controversial movement to me personally because it seems like if I'm not finding that exact angle that I'm looking for, that perfect sweet spot that I'm looking for, it feels somewhat painful and awkward. So I do try to be mindful of that, and on the machines, because every machine is different, every angle is different, every grip even is different. Today it feels all right, so we're gonna go ahead and just rep these out. Probably another 2 sets total on this one, taking the second set to failure. I don't always recommend that, but my chest is pretty cooked after those heavy incline dumbbells. So last set here on the flies. We're gonna come down low together. Big squeeze, stretch. Earlier, I was actually talking to Sabrina about this a little bit, and I was saying that it's almost hard to put into words because for whatever reason, whether it's a societal thing or even just like a self-pride thing, or even just the fact that we truly never figured out how to gauge or grasp that as a concept or a topic. But aside from that, I was talking about how mentally I feel like all cylinders are firing, and I am in a productive place right now that I don't think I've ever been in. Part of kind of what tied me back to it, and I've said the word season of intensity probably 100 times throughout the last couple videos, but it really is just that. I feel like in order to be in a complete state of serenity, you have to have your physical, your spiritual, your mental, emotional grasp of everything all in congruence with one another and all in alignment with one another. I mentioned it earlier in the video. I haven't been taking my fitness to the extreme the last probably 2 months now, and I feel like there's a piece of me that's missing. With that said, my mental clarity as far as focusing on work and doing well at work is at an all-time high. I'm being recognized for the hard work that's going in, and I think that no matter what, if you believe in yourself and you work hard and you're curious and you genuinely care and you actually do things that you're passionate about, you can't go wrong. This YouTube stuff, it took a lot to be able to jump right into, but here we are, video 7. If you guys want to do something, just do it. I've talked about this a little bit before, but I've been stuck before. I have been stuck in my life. I have been stuck in jobs that I absolutely hated, counting down the minutes until I'm able to get out, just wishing that whatever is meant for me could find me faster than the pace that I was already on. And I would say that it's not even something that I necessarily manifested as much as something that I just genuinely worked towards. I think that a lot of times we get so comfortable in the day-to-day routine, but we don't understand the fact that you have to believe in yourself, because if you don't, nobody will. Just remember that your path, your journey is going to be harder when your calling is higher. That's something that I've heard a lot over the last few years that has absolutely resonated with me in every single way. But I'm telling you guys, take the steps towards doing what you want to do with your life. I have been in a position, man, there will definitely be more to come as far as my story and why I do the things that I do and why I am the way I am, but also how I became the person that I am. I think that you have to go all in on yourself. You have to believe in yourself. You have to treat yourself as if you are already your own CEO every single day. You have to have that reason, you have to have that why every single day that gets you out of bed, that gets you moving, that gets you into the gym, that gets you to work every day. Without that, I truly believe that it's hard to escape that pressure that you know is in the back of your mind, because you know what's best for you. Everybody knows what's best for them. Even if you're confused about what that answer might be and which way to go about it, you know in your soul. Moral of the story is, take that leap. Do what you want to do. Work your ass off every single day. Treat each opportunity like you are the most grateful person to have received that opportunity. Treat each opportunity like it's life or death. I'm just so fortunate to now be in a situation where I am working as hard as I can possibly work. And even the fact that there's more room for improvement, but I'm in an organization now that values who I am and what I bring to the table. I've said it before on this channel, go where you're celebrated and not where you're tolerated. I've been at that comfortable 9 to 5. Believe me, I've been there with a paycheck every week, keeping you there, you know, just dealing with the fact that this isn't what you want, but this is just what you have to do. As long as you keep reminding yourself, this is temporary, not permanent. Just keep that belief in yourself, keep that fire fueled, and keep that flame burning. Because without it, anybody can come and take that from you. If you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. Do what you guys want to do and get good at it. Learn how to monetize it. Learn new skills. Be a master of your craft. Mess up at 100 miles per hour. Learn from that mistake and apply it moving forward. Don't make a mistake at 50% and then continue to make that same mistake. You need to have intensity. You need to have drive, and you need to have perseverance. I promise you guys, any situation that you have been in, use that as fuel to your fire. I will open up more about this as the videos continue and as the channel progresses and as I become more comfortable with being as vulnerable on camera. But I promise you guys, I have been there. I have been at rock bottom. And who was there to pick me up out from that place? Of course, I have my girlfriend, who's an absolute rock star at, you know, making sure that I'm in a good place mentally and emotionally. My family, fantastic support system, couldn't ask for anything more. But at the end of the day, it has to be coming from you, man. It has to come from within. You have to be able to look at every bad thing that happens to you and tell yourself, which direction will I go? Will I pivot? Or will I just continue this trajectory of this downward spiral and feel sorry for myself and think that life is coming to an end because it didn't go my way this one time? You guys have to understand the fact of the matter is, nothing good comes overnight. Rome was not built in a day. Thomas Edison said it himself. I have not failed. I've only found 10,000 ways that didn't work. You guys need to have that same mentality. And the second that I was able to make that mental frame switch in my mind, my life took off for the better. I'm still trying to work myself out of a lot of the holes that I put myself into. But I know that my purpose is higher, my calling is higher, and at the end of the day, nobody has my back the way that I do, and I'm not gonna let myself down. I'm not gonna let that 8-year-old kid down. Think of yourself as a kid. Think of yourself as an 8-year-old, and think of yourself as an 80-year-old. You don't wanna let that 8-year-old down, and you don't wanna be 80 years old telling yourself, I wish I did this differently. Show up for your people, be a man, show up for yourself, wake up every single day and grab life by the balls. Thank you guys again for watching. Seriously, it means the absolute world to me. The amount of just love that I receive from you all, I will continue to shout that out because it's unlike anything I've ever experienced before. People recognize when you're doing something from the realness of your heart, and that type of stuff goes further than the guy who's just doing something because it's trendy or just doing something to make some money. This stuff has been a long time coming for me, you guys, and I am entirely grateful for the fact that each and every one of you will be here along with me for the journey, because we are about to turn this thing up a notch. Season of intensity underway. The program is officially done. If you guys are interested in that, leave me a comment below. Reach out to me on Instagram. I'd love to share it with you because I'm entirely locked in right now. I'm ready to rock and roll. This fall is going to be an absolute war. If you guys are with me, show some love, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and as always, thank you for watching.